Humankind has always shaped the world around it. From the smallest farms to the most sprawling cities, our footprint is visible across the globe. Yet, some of our creations are so immense, their influence extends beyond the visible landscape, reaching into the very mechanics of our planet. The Three Gorges Dam in China is one such marvel of modern engineering. Stretching across the mighty Yangtze River, it stands as a testament to human ambition. But its impact goes far beyond simply holding back water or generating electricity. It subtly, yet measurably, alters the spin of the Earth itself, a concept so profound it seems almost unbelievable. It is a change so small that we could never feel it in our daily lives, a whisper in the grand symphony of planetary motion. However, scientists at NASA have confirmed this extraordinary effect. By building this colossal structure and creating its vast reservoir, humanity has shifted an immense weight of water. This redistribution of mass, moving water from one place to another, has consequences. It has been calculated that this single dam has actually slowed down the rotation of our planet. The length of a day has been extended infinitesimally by about 0.06 microseconds. It is a fleeting moment, 60 billionths of a second, yet it signals something truly remarkable. To understand this effect, one must first appreciate the sheer scale of the Three Gorges Dam. This is the world's largest hydroelectric project, a concrete giant standing nearly 575 feet tall. Behind its walls, it holds back a reservoir that contains an astonishing 10 trillion gallons of water. That is a weight of approximately 40 billion tons. When the reservoir fills, this colossal mass of water is lifted to a higher altitude. This simple act of moving water upwards and concentrating it in one location is what creates the change. It is an extraordinary display of power over nature, but one that comes with its own set of consequences. The dam was built not only to produce clean energy, but also to tame the destructive floods of the Yangtze River. It generates enough electricity to power millions of homes, contributing significantly to China's energy needs. Yet, this progress came at a great human cost. The creation of the reservoir required the submergence of entire landscapes. 13 cities, along with more than 140 villages, disappeared beneath the rising waters. This monumental undertaking resulted in the displacement of over 1.3 million people who had to leave their ancestral homes forever. The dam is, therefore, a symbol of both human ingenuity and its profound, sometimes disruptive, power. How can a single structure, however large, influence something as fundamental as the turning of our world? The answer lies in a concept from physics known as the moment of inertia. As NASA scientist Dr. Benjamin Fong Chao has explained, the moment of inertia measures an object's resistance to being spun. Think of an ice skater performing a spin. When she pulls her arms in close to her body, she spins faster. When she extends her arms outward, her spin slows down. By moving mass away from her central axis of rotation, she increases her moment of inertia, making it harder for her to spin quickly. The Earth behaves in much the same way. Our planet is constantly spinning on its axis. The Three Gorges Dam, by lifting 40 billion tons of water to a higher altitude, effectively moves that mass further away from Earth's center. It is like the ice skater extending her arms. This redistribution of mass, however slight in the context of the entire planet, increases Earth's moment of inertia. As a result, the planet's rotation slows down, and our days become just a fraction of a second longer. It is a delicate planetary ballet, and we have just introduced a new, albeit very small, movement. This shift in mass does not just affect the speed of our planet's rotation, it has also had a tiny effect on its very shape and orientation. Scientists have calculated that the weight of the water in the Three Gorges Reservoir has caused the geographic north and south poles to shift by about 1 inch. This is an incredibly small distance, but it is measurable. Furthermore, this concentration of mass has made the Earth ever so slightly more rounded at its equator and flatter at the poles. These are not changes that will alter our maps or our lives, but they are a clear sign that our constructions can have planetary consequences. The precision with which scientists can measure these effects is, in itself, a modern wonder. Using satellites and advanced modeling, they can detect these minute variations in Earth's behavior. It allows us to see our planet not as a static, unchanging rock, but as a dynamic and responsive system. Every major shift in mass, whether natural or human-made, leaves its signature on the planet's rotation. NASA's interest in this phenomenon is not just about one dam. It is about understanding the complex interplay of forces that govern our world and our growing role within that system. While the effect of the Three Gorges Dam is a powerful symbol of human influence, it is important to place it in the context of nature's own immense power. The 0.06 microsecond lengthening of the day caused by the dam is dwarfed by the changes brought about by natural geological events. For instance, the massive earthquake that struck the Indian Ocean in 2004 had a far more dramatic impact. That single cataclysmic event, which shifted vast tectonic plates on the ocean floor, actually shortened the length of the day by an estimated 2.68 microseconds. Nature, with one sudden movement, can alter our planet's rhythm far more than our most ambitious projects. Moreover, the dam is just one part of a much larger story of human-induced change. There are thousands of dams all across the world, each with its own reservoir. While the individual effect of most is negligible, their cumulative impact is significant. Scientists have suggested that the combined effect of all the dams built over the past several decades has been enough to shift Earth's rotational axis by nearly a meter. It is a slow, creeping change, the result of countless individual decisions to harness the power of our planet's rivers. We are, collectively, reshaping the balance of our world. Climate change is now emerging as an even more powerful force altering Earth's spin. As global temperatures rise, glaciers and ice sheets are melting at an unprecedented rate. This meltwater flows into the oceans, redistributing an enormous amount of mass from the poles towards the equator. This process has a much larger effect than the Three Gorges Dam. Data gathered over a century shows that this melting is contributing to a lengthening of the day by about 1.33 milliseconds per century. This is a far more significant slowdown, driven by the widespread warming of our planet's climate. The planet's rotation is also affected by other natural cycles, such as changes in ocean currents and atmospheric pressure. These systems are in constant flux, causing the length of a day to fluctuate naturally. In fact, despite the long-term slowing trend from melting ice, other factors are expected to cause some of the shortest days on record in the near future. This illustrates the incredible complexity of the Earth system. It is a world of pushing and pulling forces, where our own actions are now a measurable and growing part of the equation. The fact that our days are 0.06 microseconds longer because of a single dam will never be noticed. It will not disrupt our clocks, our calendars, or our daily routines. The real significance of this discovery is not in its practical impact, but in what it represents. It is a clear and undeniable demonstration that humanity is now a geological force, capable of influencing the fundamental mechanics of the planet we call home. We have moved from shaping landscapes to subtly altering planetary orbits. This realization carries with it a profound sense of responsibility for the changes we are making. Our ability to build on such a grand scale is a hallmark of our species. We construct cities, connect continents, and harness immense natural forces. The Three Gorges Dam is a triumph of that ambition. But as we continue to pursue even larger projects, like space-based solar power stations or potentially even bigger dams, we must consider their cumulative effects. Each project may seem to have a small impact on its own, but together they contribute to a larger transformation of our world. Understanding these interconnected systems is one of the greatest challenges of our time. This story teaches us that the consequences of our actions are not always obvious. We built a dam to control floods and generate power, and in the process, we changed the rotation of the Earth. It is a surprising and humbling discovery. It reminds us that our planet is an intricate web of cause and effect, and that our interventions can have repercussions that ripple outwards in ways we might never have predicted. We are part of this delicate system, not separate from it, and every major action we take leaves a mark. As we look to the future, we must carry this knowledge with us. The challenges we face, from climate change to resource management, require us to think on a planetary scale. The story of the Three Gorges Dam is a powerful lesson. It shows that we possess the power to alter our world in fundamental ways. The great task ahead is to use that power with wisdom, foresight, and a deep understanding of the beautiful, complex, and interconnected planet that is our only home.